guys, welcome back to the main event. I'm Daniel, and yeah, still under the weather, so just bear with me this weekend. Thank you guys for joining me, and tonight we're still staying with the WCW. Yeah, we're doing the Great American Bash 1992. The Battle Beyond the Belt. I don't even know what the fuck that means. Anyways, we're heading back to July 12th, 1992. We're in the Albany Civic Center, Albany, Georgia. And yeah, the main event is a tournament final match for the NWA tag titles. Dr. Death and Terry Gordy versus Dustin Rhodes and Barry Windham. Fuck you. Just seriously, fuck you. That's the main event. That's your main event. Bill Watts was back there going, you know what, it'd be a good main event for our wrestling. Have those two cowboys from Texas take on Terry Bam Bam Gordy and Dr. Death Steve Williams. What the fuck you? They had Sting versus Vader for the world title on the same card, and that gets bumped to I wouldn't say mid card. Upper mid card, lower mid. I don't know. It was the match before the main event, and we put this match on as the main event. What? I'm seriously. I just got sitting through a shitty tag match, or a mediocre tag match, shitty main event at Beach Blast, and now I got to do the same fucking thing here. Another shitty tag match with shittier tag teams. Are you kidding me here? Oh my god, this is brutal. The thing is, don't get me wrong, because every time I bash a wrestler, it was like, well, he's in there doing something you can't do. I get it, believe me, I respect the wrestlers. However, that said, being a fan, watching it, I have never been a fan of Barry Windham or Dustin Rhodes. Barry Windham ever. And don't get me wrong, and of course, with Dustin Rhodes, if he's not Goldust, I just don't care. I'm sorry, it's just my opinion. With both these guys, though, if you would have asked me before I started doing the show, the main event, I would have been like, no, I don't care for either one of them. They're just boring, vanilla cowboys. They're generic as fuck. They are the default setting whenever you pick a wrestler. Like, if you're going to create a wrestler, and the guys that are on default, that's those guys. That's Dustin Rhodes and Barry fucking Windham. Now, when I started doing the main event and we got to the 90s, early 90s, I started seeing Barry Windham a little bit more. And then Dustin Rhodes showed up in WCW and I started seeing him more. And truth is, at first I was like, oh, maybe I like these guys. Because I really enjoyed them in the Battle Royal. And I really enjoyed them in the War Games. But now I'm starting to think, well, maybe that wasn't necessarily them. It was just the exciting match it was in. Because this match is retarded. Sucks balls. Sucks balls. And once again, I mentioned this last night, you always have your title match as your main event. World title goes on last. You're devaluing the belt when you don't do that. It's ridiculous. No, we get a crap. And not even the WCW tag titles. It was the NWA. Now, I know the argument people will make is like, well, the NWA is more prestigious than WCW. A, no, they're not. B, it was literally the second ranked tag titles there. Like, whenever the NWA, kind of came back with WCW there, it was clear WCW won WCW ahead of NWA. The WCW World title was more valuable than the NWA World title in their eyes. Tag title, same way. This is a tournament final for the tag title. Then you could have done this shit on TV and had the finals at like a Clash of Champions. You do not take an entire pay-per-view dedicated to the tournament. That's ridiculous. And then even worse, you don't bump the world title match from the main event spot. Are you kidding me? Fuck you, Bill Watts. Fuck you up your stupid asshole. And I'm not just saying this because I know we ain't ever gonna talk. If you were here in this room right now, I'd tell you to stick up your fucking ass. I'm sure I'd get a beat down. But I feel like shit right now, so I don't even care. I'm sure I'd actually feel better from your pansy ass beat down. I'll jump off top ropes on you, motherfucker. Ban that, bitch. Oh no, this was just so bad. So anyway, let's just get to the match. I'm tired of dragging this out. So, it was a tournament. Apparently, I looked it up on Wikipedia before we started doing this. Did I mention this in front of 8,000 fans? I think I missed that part. I can't remember. Sorry, NyQuil's got me a little hazy. I think it was in front of 8,000 fans. Anyways, I'm surprised. It's more than they had Beach Blast. I would have figured Beach Blast would have been them. Anyways. So, apparently this tournament, though, took place even further back. Like, apparently it was like a 16-team tournament instead of an 8-team tournament. But the 8 teams what we see at the Bash. However, actually it was more like a 7-team because the Steiner brothers fought Dr. Death and Terry Gordy at like Clash of Champions. Now I'm not sure if that was for the WCW tag titles or not. I don't know. All I know is that somewhere between Beach Blast and Great American Bash, somehow Terry Gordy and Dr. Death won the tag titles. They didn't win them at the Beach Blast, so they ended a fucking time limit draw, and champions retained. But somehow they captured the WCW gold. So I don't know if that tournament match was also a title match because whatever. But either way, Dr. Death, Bam Bam, new WCW champions, tag champions, and then they joined this tournament, or they advanced. They're already in the Final Four basically. But the other teams have to compete in their matches. Now, once again, we're in a world of wrestling. Like they frown upon sports entertainment, even though they've done enough goofy shit during this era that they can't justify it. But whatever. Why was the point of having them get an easy ride? Like, I don't get that. Like, why have them? Like, how do you justify that? In storyline. Like, what kayfabe sense does that make? Like, well, we're gonna give them, their match last week, so then they only have to fight 2 matches possibly, but the rest of you guys have to fight at least 3 matches. So that just makes no sense to me. I don't get it. But whatever. They end up defeating, I forget who, Ricky Steamboat and Nikita Koloff, I think, to get into the finals. Whereas Barry Windham and Dustin Rhodes go through like Stunning Steve and Rick Rude. First round. Steve Austin and Rick Rude lose in the first round. Fuck you, Bill Watts. And then they go on to face a couple of Japanese guys. Once again, make them lose. Fuck you, Bill Watts. So then you got Barry Windham and Dustin Rhodes, 2 of the blandest, most vanilla cowboys out there, in your main event. Like, fine. You're back there in the book committee, and Bill Watts is like, I want tag team wrestling to dominate again. I had a main event last pay-per-view. We're on main event again this pay-per-view. This time the NWA tag titles. Fine, we'll do it. Fine, NWA tag titles. I just dropped your note. NWA tag titles, fine. Who do you want in this thing? Well, we already have Bam Bam and Dr. Death. Let's do that again. All right, who do you want them to face? Just throw a couple of them cowboys from Texas. We'll get Barry Windham and Dustin Rhodes. And at this point, I'm just hanging myself by my necktie. Ridiculous. And that's your match. That's your main event. That is literally the main event. The funny thing was they actually lifted all the silly restrictions that WCW started doing, because technically this was for the NWA tag titles. So now you can jump up top rope for this tournament only. But apparently the Sting Vader match, you couldn't do that. Fuck you. So anyways, yeah, that's this match right here. So we get Dr. Death and Terry Gordy against Dustin Rhodes and Barry Windham. The match is pretty much just the big guys, the heels, Windham and Gordy and Williams, just beating the shit out of the Cowboys. And they beat up on Windham, first part of it. Windham gets a little offense, but it's basically just them beating him down. And then he finally tags out, Rhodes, and more beat down on him. And then eventually someone, I can't remember how they finished. Either someone got clothesline in the face or something. I'm just going to say Steve Williams clotheslined Dustin Rhodes in the face. And that was the end of the match. I could be misreading that completely, but I think that's what happened. So, clothesline in the face. 1, 2, 3. Dr. Death and Bam Bam win not just the WCW tag titles, which they was already holder of, they also win the NWA tag titles. They didn't unify them, though. I don't get this whole thing either. What's the point? It was almost like they just didn't want NWA to leave. And NWA is like, we want to be represented to the best. So you want the name, you gotta keep our belts in a row. Well, we'll keep them around. Because I think at this point, from here on out, until the NWA does split in 93 sometime, I believe that entire time the tag titles were just put together. Never really defended separately. Sorry. No, they weren't ever defended separately. So it's just like, what was the point? Just unify the fuckers or get rid of them. Either way, I don't know. But yeah, there you have it. The NWA and WCW, just undisputed tag team champions, Dr. Death Steve Williams and Terry Bam Bam Gordy. This match was boring as shit. At least the last match, like I'll sit there and say like, it didn't deserve to be main event, but at least it wasn't bad. This match was boring. I mean, this match was boring as fuck. I could not get into it on any level. And the bad thing was the crowd was so dead. And it's funny because like the whole time the commentators were just like Jim Ross was like, this crowd's still in shock that Sting lost his world title. I'm like, no, they're just bored. This is a shit match, and oh dude, it was brutal. It was a brutal watch. And like I said, the match never got exciting. It never picked up pace or nothing. It was just boring fucking rest holds, and I don't know. It was just bad. And the whole time I was like, dude, someone jump off the top of fucking ropes, please. Like, it's legal now. Let's do it. No one was doing that shit. That shit was not happening. This match was just bad. In fact, this may, and I'm not just saying it because this may be one of the worst matches we've reviewed on the main event so far. I'm comparing it even to the tag main event that AWA did, the Super Clash 3, which was like Jimmy Golden and Robert Fuller versus the Rock and Roll Express, which also went over a world title match into the main event, which makes no sense whatsoever. However, at least that match had good crowd reception. There was some crowd response there. This match had zero. Like, nobody gave a shit, including me watching it. This was shit. This was dog shit on a Sunday afternoon. Fuck you, Bill Watts. So, yeah, I don't know. This was just garbage. This was just completely hot garbage. Yeah, nothing else to say about this mess. Let me know what you guys think. Maybe I'm being an asshole. Maybe I'm just, being bitter, just being a prick. Maybe I just, being douchey. Drop a comment down below. Let me know what you think. Yeah, I can just not my cup of tea. Yeah, sorry, Sting Vader main event would have been so much better. How's that not your main event? Explain that to me. How's that not your main event? Ridiculous. That's all I got, guys. Tune in tomorrow. We're going back to WWF, finally. Thank Christ. Thank Jesus Christ Almighty. I'm an atheist, and I'm converting just because that's a miracle that we're going back to WWF, because I am just sick of WCW at this point. We're going back to WWF, SummerSlam 1992, so, oh yeah, let's do it. Alright, that's all I got. Later.